Welcome to Align. This is my first episode, and today's guest, we're going to have Eliott King. About to let him get into this call here shortly. If you would just take a moment and try and relax. It's Saturday morning. So without pause, here's Eliott King.
Yeah, what's happening, bro?
Oh man, I'm just like I said, trying to allow some of my viewers to see some of the other creatives and what they've done and how they've come to be. And there's some young ones that have reached out to me and said, hey, how do I do X, Y, or Z? And I'm like, well, I can't tell you for sure, but I have some friends that might be able to. Not that this is going to be that segment, but at least they can get an introduction to personalities and feel like it's not that hard of a reach, if that makes sense.
All
Um,
right.
so before I get too far into this, I have your Instagram up, and I apologize if I'm crossing any boundaries here. I feel like it's all public anyway, but if you could just tell me what your current occupation is, let viewers know what exactly you do.
Yeah, so current occupation, I guess the technical term would be on-air talent. Here on a radio station in Indianapolis, 100.9 Radio Now. Um, for layman's terms, we just say the guy that talks on the radio. But I do a show here, afternoons 3 to 7. And yeah, just talk on the radio, play the jams, go out, be up and about in the city, go to different events, stuff like that.
So the term disc jockey, I guess you're not really jockeying any disc these days. I mean, that's something I've always been interested as to what people call themselves.
Yeah, I mean, well, people will say, "Oh, you're a DJ." I'd be like, I guess, kind of, but no, I would never put myself in that class because I know real DJs. There's a different DJ out in the clubs and the streets. Even though I can do that kind of mixing, like on a basic level, there's some legendaries. So, I mean, DJ technically still applies, but when I hear DJ, I think of those guys mixing out in parties and stuff. But we still play the jams just in a digital format now.
That's cool. That's cool. The next question I have for you is what would be something that you're passionate about doing every day if you were paid or unpaid to do that?
Um, I think I would say just to be able to, reach people, mostly in an entertainment capacity, because that's my go-to. I've always wanted to entertain the masses. It's always looked different. Maybe it was, me being a class clown in school, or, playing basketball, trying to do flashy plays while I'm out there on the court. Coaches get mad at me like, hey, we don't do that here. Like, man, I'm just trying to put on a show for the people. So it's always been, trying to reach the people, and entertain them, because, I always wanted to be, like a light in people's lives, in whatever way that looked. I was here for it because, the world can be a dark place sometimes. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of terrible things that happen in the world. So, I just want to be, something when they hear Elliot, they smile because they know something good's gonna happen. He's gonna make you feel good with a laugh, a joke, a story, and just his energy, whatever. But that would be my goal. And it could look different ways. It could be me on the radio. Maybe it's me teaching a class one day. But the what I'm passionate about is reaching people and being part of their lives in some shape or form.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I know you had mentioned Elliot, but do you still go by the name Elmo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a plethora of nicknames, so it'd be hard to find a wrong answer of what you could call me.
Or the blonde bombshell. Is that still applicable?
Technically, no, because I'm not blonde anymore. But I mean, blonde bombshell had his turn, so I might have to. I think I still got it on my profile. I got to start changing that info unless I go blonde again.
That's cool, man. What was your idea of adulthood when you were a kid?
Oh man, adulthood. When you're a kid, you think, I thought I was gonna have everything at like 25. I was gonna be married. I was gonna have a full-time job. I was gonna have kids, the whole nine. Start working on making grandkids for my parents. Uh,
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was gonna be like, but adulthood, slapped me in the face early on, and it was not what I thought it was gonna be at all. And
No.
I don't think they prepared us enough for what adulthood is really like.
Well, they didn't want us to scare us too much and have us, ball up in a little, curl up in a ball in the corner. So,
Yeah, true.
well, that kind of leads us to our next question. And what did your parents, or what do your parents do for a living?
So growing up, I mean, always get their titles wrong, but my dad was a pastor of a church, but he still worked full time as like a human resources manager for different companies. He bounced around here and there. And my mom, she did a bunch of different things. She's currently the director of multicultural affairs at a hospital.
Oh,
I
wow.
think that's her official title. I just call her the president of Mexico because I don't know what she really does. I know she's got a title. She's on TV more than I am.
Oh, wow.
Always talking to some big wigs, so she's doing something. But yeah, they always worked. Both of them always worked full time, as far as I can remember.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So, in talking about your parents, do you feel, and this is just kind of me going on that same question, do you feel like they have heavily influenced you in that regard in terms of what they've done, or you've just kind of taken your own path?
I think a little bit of both. I think when I definitely see their influence on me, especially when I see them, interacting with people and how much, people gravitate to them and, care for them as people. But, when you're a pastor's kid, everybody wants you to be the pastor again, like the next version. Like I never saw myself doing that, but I could take, aspects of that of my dad, seeing him care for people 24/7 because being a pastor is a full-time job to go along with his full-time job. And so I could see his capacity to care for people and also his ability to entertain while teaching at the same time. He did teach some college classes too. Once I took I was one of his students one time, but he was always able to like
Yeah.
get the knowledge across, but also be entertaining at the same time. So that's probably some of that probably rubbed off on me. My mom's a big goofball, so if you see me being goofy, I probably got that from her. But yeah, I could definitely see their influences on me when you put both of them together.
Man, that's awesome. So along those lines, I guess the follow-up question would be, what do you see your strengths and weaknesses as being? And I know we all have them. I mean, I have mine, as you can see this morning. I'm not dealing well with the lack of sleep, but no, but seriously, I mean, we all kind of coin success, excuse me, in different ways. And I mean, yeah, you don't have to be rich to be successful. I say that I've kind of followed your career and your life for some period of time, and I think you've had a lot of great successes, and I think you are successful. Not in the world's terms, but just in the sense of you've grown, you've been able to reach people, as you've mentioned earlier, and I'm just going to say I'm proud of you, honestly. I mean, that's just how, and
Thank
that's
you.
why I invited you, this, for the sit down, is because I'm like, hey, if you can pull through some of the stuff that this guy's done, like, and I'm not saying pull through like accomplishments,
Yeah.
but in the face of adversity, you've managed to keep a light in that tunnel that's dark. I know there's
Mhm.
some times that I've had some hardships, and I've turned on one of your videos, or even just listened to one of your songs, which I was really trying to find for the segment. Man, I pardon me. I was trying to get the song Beast. And
Oh,
man, that's my classic. I mean, that's my
man.
go-to. Seriously, like when I'm down and I just need to feel like, I need to.
Really?
Yeah, I throw that joke on in my truck, and I'm just like, man, this is.
Pull it up. You gonna make me pull it up.
You
Let me
got
see.
it.
I might. Hold
Oh
up.
my gosh, please say you had it, because I was searching, and you know how iCloud and all that stuff, or the
Yeah.
iMusic switched over, and I can't find it, man.
Let's see. Do you hear this?
Oh, please play it. Please, please,
Play
please.
the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a monster. I'm a beast. They know my name from the west out to the east. Yeah. And I've been on that nature, boy. Yeah.
Boy.
Ain't been locked up, ain't been yelling to the world, let me off my leash. And ever since I came, things will never be the same. Those who know my name, they know I beast. Now they feeling me, so while I'm feeling these flows, might as well tell them all to rest in peace. Still in these shows, should have rested Steve. Filling these rows, no empty seats. This is only the beginning, I'm planning to keep winning for eternity as long as the world keeps spinning. We gon' be here for a while, so smile, keep winning. Hit it out the park, it's only the first inning. The grind don't stop, it's never ending. They don't understand, no comprehend it. With a flow like mine's that blow their minds. They gotta look online and know I'm trending. They know that he's not human. Machines cannot compute it. He's from some other planet, or he's some kind of mutant. Can't you tell I'm spitting these amazing bars? Sound like they're from a further place than Mars. Can't you tell I'm pulling up the spaceship cars? Plus I'm surrounded by all these stars. Oh yeah, alright, okay. I grind all night, all day. A lot of dudes gon' claim they great. I'm married to the music, so save the day. You know what time it is, the world's mine to give. Got checks on deck like Nike kicks. I'm definitely ill, not kinda sick. Amazing y'all out of nowhere like lightning hits. I'm beast. I'm a monster. I'm a beast. They know my name from the west out to the east. And I've been on that nature, boy. Yeah, I'm a beast. Hang with boy. Beast, hang with boy. Beast, hang with boy. Yeah, I don't know what you was thinking, boy. Yeah, I'm a beast. They ask me how you do this, how you rhyme so cray. They be saying, oh my goodness, straight up like Shanae. I told them if I come up, it is going down like Mayday. Time after time, I beat the beat up like Melee. You can look into my eyes and see the beast inside. Don't try to act surprised when you see it come alive. Fans glad to see when I'm traveling, they give me high fives. Haters mad at me, your majesty, they salaries my ties. Since I'm the beast, all I need is a beauty like a Midwest mommy or a California kitty knows how to shake a booty. They'll be up in all studio at the club getting buzzed, sipping on something fruity like something with some mango. Devil wanna dance, let's tango. The beat cadets got the beast that bango. Keep it off the chains like Django. Messing with the monster can be a little tricky. Pick a G's rise, gotta be a little picky. When you make the choice, you can hear it on my voice. Hear it on my voice, start battling like nigga. Can I feel a change soon? I'ma change the tune and my range is woo. Sweeping in nation, didn't bring a broom. Let me welcome all of y'all to the danger room. My beast, I'm a monster. I'm a beast.
I don't remember the last part. That must be the remix.
yeah, add that in. That's that live DJ stuff.
I love it, dude. I love it. I love
That's
it, man.
crazy.
I love
It's
it.
crazy you thought of that one too, because
I love
usually
it.
people think of the other one that I
Which
had.
one?
I had like 2 songs actually on iTunes. We did one. Shout out to my homies, the Beat Cadets and Manny out in LA. But we did one called Whoop or Work, and that was more like the fun dance song that everybody vibe to, get their twerk onto. But I think I'm more proud of that one than the other one. But they're both good times though.
Where can we find this music? Is it online still, or?
I don't know if it's still on Apple Music or it might be on Spotify too, but maybe check for Elmo the King. I know I got some stuff on YouTube, some old mixtape stuff. I leave it up there. I go back and listen to them like, it's all right. Like the bars were always there, like the creativity and writing, but my delivery sometimes not so much. But that's why I leave it up there because I love to see, where I came from and how I progressed, not only as an artist but as a person.
No, you truly are an artist, because you're over here criticizing your own work, and I didn't even pick up on that stuff. And I know that my wife gets on me all the time for, basically, stop ripping your stuff apart. I'm like, well, that's how I grow. Like that's how I improve. But
Exactly.
us fans, we don't like to hear you talk about your stuff as being bad. I mean, that's all good to us. So
Yeah, I
truly a
appreciate it.
fan. So I know I prepped you for this, but or not so much. There's gonna be a bonus question. We're
Mm.
gonna do something different this time. I actually invited a friend of mine who is in the Philadelphia area to ask you a random question.
What?
So I'm gonna let him in with no delay. Here we go. This is Manny.
There you
Yeah, I've
go.
been trying to get in here for a minute. Can you
All
hear me
right.
now?
We can hear you, Manny. Thank you. So this is Eliott King. As I mentioned, he has done some work with iHeartRadio in Philadelphia. Is that correct, Eliott?
That is correct, sir. Yeah, I was just there last year, 2019, 2020.
Nice, nice. Good to meet you, boss.
All right.
To meet
So
you.
what's our good question for Eliott? The randomest, most random, crazy question for Eliott.
Oh,
It wasn't gonna be random crazy. This is more of a serious question, right?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll take that too. Any question, it's the bonus question.
Normally I'm a jokester, but this is more of a serious question because it's been something that we've been talking about a lot lately with friends. So I figured I'm gonna hit you with this one now too. So life changing. What is that moment that literally changed you to the point that defines you today? Right? Like, and I'm not talking about a death in the family, I'm not talking about having kids, your wife, that sort of thing. Like, that's the simple stuff, right? What is that actual moment? And if you really think about it, you could pinpoint that moment in your life where you changed as a person, something that you one day was like, this is it, this is me, like whatever. Like, what is that random moment? And can you share that moment?
yeah. I think it comes down to two moments. Because I'm older than people think I am. So, I've put a lot of years and a lot of miles on the road. But I think one of the first moments was like my sophomore year in college. So my freshman year in college, I went away. I grew up in Indianapolis, and then I moved 5.5 hours to go to this school in Michigan called Rochester. Shout out to Rochester, because I wanted to play basketball.
Right.
And so, I had to leave everything behind, my family, everything that I've known, my high school girlfriend at the time. And that year, freshman year was really tough on me, just being away from everybody. I got homesick a lot. I was shy. People don't think that I'm shy because I'm a, public figure and on air personality and doing all this stuff.
Isn't that
But
crazy though?
yeah, so I'm naturally shy. But that year, so I came home my sophomore year, and I just remember spending mad time with my two younger brothers. We have a big family, but my two younger brothers, Mark Christian and Garrison, I was supporting them. I would go to my brother Mark's football games, and me and Garrison are in the football stands in the student section, and that really just helped me break out of my shell and help me be me
Yeah.
all the time. Like, no matter what people were saying, what people were thinking about me, because we was doing crazy stuff. We dressing up in outfits, we're doing all our dances. And I just found out if I'm me, people, they embrace that. They love that. If
Right.
I'm me all the time, it's like, why can't I do this all the time? So I remember that year specifically helped me break out of that shell. And then, because when I went back to that school in Michigan, after my sophomore year, and then people was like, "Yo, who is this guy? This guy never shuts up.
Right.
Where is he at?"
Right.
The freshman year.
Yeah.
So that definitely, changed me and helped me be confident and being my personality, um, all the time. And I would say the second like groundbreaking moment was a few years ago, because mental health. I didn't discover I had mental health problems till I was like 30. I didn't know it was a real
Yeah.
thing. And
Isn't that
then
crazy though? At least not in our
yeah,
community, right?
yeah, nobody, it was never talked about, never brought up. I started getting into counseling, found out, I had clinical depression, and the effort that I had to put in to, fight that and battle that, to mental
Hmm.
health. And I had this moment where one time it got too big for me, and I had to check myself in to a hospital because, the thoughts were getting that crazy. But like when I came out of there, I was like, um, really got to be intentional about your
Right.
mental health and your support team. So
Right.
make sure I surround myself in a good circle that would help lift me up. Not that it's their responsibility, but when you have
Right.
a good team, they'll be able to help lift you up when you can't see that, because depression will lie to me all the time and make me think of a reality that's not really there. But
Hmm.
people can help open my eyes. So I would say those are the two milestone moments that definitely changed me as a person and made me who I am today.
Right. So appreciate you sharing that, man.
No problem. Thanks for asking and listening to me babble on.
No, that's what keeps people real. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
that's the
sir.
piece people don't see, because everyone always feels like you got it all together all the time, right? Especially if you are that positive person, they don't realize what it takes to get there. You know what I mean? Like, you're not just, we're born with it, but we don't realize that, till that certain point, But no, I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Manny, for joining us on this call.
Yes,
I
sir.
guess
Shout out to Manny.
Oh, good.
we won't hold you, Manny. You can stay on, or you can, sign off. It's up to you. I'm getting ready to bring this to a close, but just want to
I'm
say
gonna hang out. I'm gonna stop the video, but I'm gonna hang out. So
okay, no, that's fine. So yeah, Eliott, that's really all the questions I had for you. I think this also should be more of a showcasing you. I know we've had the balance of your where you started from, where you are now, somewhere in the middle. I've had your Instagram up. I'm not gonna say it's the best representation of you, but it is of some of your work. And I'm just gonna ask you if you can give me a random video on here that you, I guess, feel is your best video on Instagram. And then
Okay.
also, which one do you think that your viewers like the most? Because like I said, my wife gets on me all the time because I'm like, I love this art piece. And she's like, nah, but we love this one. I'm like, I don't know why.
I'm trying to think of a recent one so you don't have to scroll back too far.
Well, I'll scroll. I'll go to Santa Montana.
I think that might be the one though. The Santa Montana. That's the new holiday jam.
And we are getting ready for Christmas, so I don't know.
Yeah. I
Let's
mean,
see.
if you can find it, I would say that one.
It's somewhere. I feel it
Oh,
coming.
there, oh, wait.
I miss it.
Yeah. Go back up a little bit.
There it is.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can play this right quick.
It's like an album release party for me right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people talking crazy in these streets. Just because they see me once a year, they think I ain't grinding. Oh, I've been grinding. I guess I just got to remind them. Oh, Lord, just made another
I don't know why people let me do this, man. Like, why do they don't stop me?
Because it's awesome.
Girl, come on, sit on Santa's lap like a lap dance. It's so fat that they might need a lap.
man, getting out that car, I lost it over here. Like, I almost fell over right here.
That's the Spice Adams exit right there.
I love the Pac-Man.
But I've been chilling in cabanas. You may not believe in me, but your mom does. I stuffed her stockings in the
Love
back
it.
of your arms, girl. Y'all just yapping.
Why?
Oh my God. Oh man.
So set them stacks out for me by the tree. That is lit. If you don't, I'm lining up on you on December 26th.
This web, I've never seen this before, yeah.
Probably trying to protect you.
Suits.
The Christmas suits.
We just slaying out here. Merry Christmas, you put me in
Maybach music.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, this is about to get shared 1,000 times.
Oh, I was trying to make it the new Christmas anthem. You know, he might come back for round 2, Santa Montana. So be looking out for him.
Oh gosh.
This is my favorite right here.
He at the Waffle House.
This is my favorite. That's my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. All right. So can you give me one safe one?
Yeah. Let's scroll up. Let's scroll up some. I'm trying to think. I think the recent hit was we brought a PD Pablo song back to life, and just re-envisioned it of how it would look like in real life. Let's keep going. Should be look for a throwback Atlanta Hawks jersey.
This is also my favorite.
Who?
I sound like my daughter.
Oh,
My favorite.
yeah.
My favorite.
That was a good one. That's just a TikTok trend, though. Oh, there it goes.
That's Ashley, right?
Yeah, it's my friend Ash Mack, the one right above that one, to be sipping that cup in the studio.
Keep going.
No, that's the one. You
Oh,
can
that's
play
it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, we'll play this one real quick.
Let's take some calls from the request line. Caller number 1. Hey, man, what's up? This Dominic from Shay No Trey. What's up, Dominic? I'm with that song. Yeah, all right, I got that coming right up for you. Shout out to the radio station that gave you what you wanted.
That's simple.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
I love the internet.
You gotta love it.
The internet is really like it's a win every day, all day long. Yeah.
You
You
gotta
never
love
know
it.
what you're gonna get.
You gotta love it. Well, I have to be mindful of time, and I'm about to get kicked off of here anyway. 40-minute limit.
Yep.
But I just want to say thank you, seriously, from my heart. Thank you for taking time out of your day. I know we haven't caught up in a long time, and man, I just want to keep doing more of this, just catching up with my friends and letting them be able to tell their story. So I might have to get you back on the show if you don't mind at some point down the line. But thank you.
Yeah, man. No, thank you for the opportunity and thanks for thinking of me. Yeah, anytime, man. You call me, I'll answer. And if I miss it, I'll call you back and we'll play phone tag for 3 days, but we'll get it eventually. But anytime you want me to be a part of it, I'm here for it, man. So thanks again for the opportunity.
Cool. All right, guys. Till next time.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, go ahead. Oh, oh, oh. Go ahead. Oh, oh, oh. Go ahead. Go, go, go ahead. Go, 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 go. Yeah, they telling me to go ahead. Might as well tell the authorities code red. Killing these tracks, making them so dead. Kool-Aid flow, make them say, oh yeah. Put them hands up. Tell them haters sit down, they can't stand us. Go ahead, hit the floor with your dance, huh? Get down, get dirty like Atlanta. Elmo the king, you ain't got to meet me yet. And on the track, it's the beat cadets. We in here getting loose, don't need the stress. I wanna see you work it out like you need to sweat. And work, twerk, jerk. Go crazy, baby, go berserk. I'ma do it big like my name was Dirk. Staying fly in the sky like Captain Kirk. One time for the bad chicks. Two time for the ratchets. 3 times for the boy with the crown when they say go ahead and get down now. Whoop, whoop, whoop. She said if you like it, put a ring on it. I said you want a hot track, then put the king on it. I hate to bring you to your knees, but baby girl, please, you ain't all killer bees. I know it's steamed on it. She still do the whoop like I just taught her. She want that magic stick, I'm Harry Potter. Go ahead, go hard, then go harder. Like Maury told you, you are not the father. Yeah, like they made my kids, staying on my grids, trying to handle my biz. Hold on, lost my mind, let me find where it is. Hold on, wait, okay, yeah, whoop, there it is. You don't look that quick when they see me pull up in a coupe that slick. Elmo, the big cadets, ain't a group that sick. When a song come on, you better whoop that trick. One time for the bad chicks. Two time for the ratchets. 3 times for the boy with the crown when they say go ahead and get down now. Whoop, whoop, One time for the bad chicks. Two time for the ratchets. 3 times for the boy with the crown when they say go ahead.
work, work. Go ahead, move, get down, work. Go crazy, baby, go berserk. Smile, say cheese, strike a pose with it, now freeze. Yeah, we too, go hit it, go ahead, move, get down, work. Go crazy, baby, go berserk. Smile, say cheese, strike a pose with it, now freeze. Yeah, we too, go with it. One time for the bad chicks. Two time for the ratchets. Three times for the boy with the crown when they say go